Hare especially the young boys at the front. Let me hear everyone being very silent, because we have to tell a story, and if you're jumping around like rabbits, your ears won't work. Okay. That was a beautiful kirtan. Melbourne Temple has the best kirtan in all of Australia. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paskachya Deshatarine Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So tonight we're going to hear a very nice Leela. This is one of my favorites actually, because this, well, we use the word in English story, but a story means usually that it's made up. But Leela means that it's actually, a transcendental pastime. And this pastime gives us an insight into the glories and the power of chanting Hare Krishna. So let us begin. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu enacted his pastimes as a householder and as a teacher, the entire country, including Navadvip, was devoid of spiritual practices. Even some people attempted to teach Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, yet in spite of studying these scriptures, they never engaged in chanting the holy names. And nor did they realize that the chanting, this chanting that we have just been doing together, is the only purport or meaning of devotional scriptures. And nor did these so-called scholars and teachers, nor did they encourage other people to chant. So at that time, the devotees, headed by Advaita-Acharya and other great souls, they performed kirtan alone amongst themselves, simply by clapping their hands and chanting. And yet, still, some people criticized them, and they said, "Why are they chanting so loudly?" They were ridiculed by these people. And these people met together and they decided that the houses of those who were loudly chanting the congregational names of the Lord should be broken into pieces and picked up and thrown into the Ganga. You see, their houses were made of thatch and straw. They weren't made of bricks and stone and tiles like our own. So when they chanted quietly in their homes, other people became annoyed and wanted to stop them. Hearing this talk, the devotees felt great distress. They could not find anyone who wanted to speak with them. They saw that the entire world was devoid of devotional service, and thus they prayed to Krishna in great distress. They deeply considered how to remove the unlimited miseries of the distressed, and they cried out for help. And do you know that it was at exactly this time, by the will of Krishna, that Srila Haridas Thakur arrived in Navadvip Mayapur Dham. Now please hear the topics of Haridas, because by hearing this narration, one certainly attains Krishna. Haridas Thakur appeared in the village known as Bhurijana, which is in Bangladesh. And as a result, that province is filled with Kirtan even today. Haridas is an eternally perfect associate of the Lord. He appeared within a Mohammedan family, but quite quickly he adopted the chanting of the Lord's names as his life and soul. And after some time, he came to live on the bank of the Ganga at the very small village known as Fulia, which is very near to Shantipur. Now in Fulia, Haridas would continually wander along the bank of the Ganges, loudly chanting Krishna's names. He was completely free from all kinds of enjoyment of material happiness. Sometimes he danced all alone, and sometimes he roared like a mad lion. Sometimes he cried and cried loudly, and sometimes he laughed and laughed and laughed. Sometimes he roared, sometimes he fell to the ground unconscious, and he would regularly take his bath in the Ganges and loudly chant the names of Hare while wandering about. While Haridas was chanting, his whole body would become wet with tears from his eyes. Everyone in Fulia developed great respect and faith in him. And even the staunch atheists would offer Haridas respect. One time, the Qazi, who is you could say, the Muslim justice manager of Fulia, went to the magistrate of Bengal, a very influential man, also also a Mohammedan, and complained about Haridas. He informed his superior about Haridas's activities. He said, Haridas is a Muslim, but he now follows the religion of the Hindus. Please, call him and consider his case. The sinful magistrate, who was hostile to devotional service, ordered that Haridas be arrested without delay. Haridas was not even afraid of death personified. So what to speak of the Muslim rulers? Chanting the names of Krishna, he immediately went to see them. Hearing that the Muslim magistrate had arrested Haridas Thakur in order to possibly torture him, the local residents of Fulia became very, very disturbed. They were all happy to hear Haridas's loud chanting of the holy names and to see his pure, ecstatic transformations. But now, fearing the inevitable oppression of Haridas, they became extremely worried. Haridas was arrested and he was taken and put in the jail like an ordinary criminal. Already many other prestigious people had been imprisoned there, and when they heard that Haridas had come, they were very excited. They knew that the association of a sadhu is of great importance. Haridas is a great Vaishnava, they said. Seeing him, our distress and our imprisonment will be vanquished. So the prisoners tactfully persuaded the guards to let them see Haridas without any disturbance. When Haridas came, he saw the prisoners and he glanced mercifully upon them. Everyone devotedly offered their humble obeisances, and ecstatic symptoms appeared upon their bodies. When Haridas saw the prisoners' devotion, he mercifully smiled at them all. And then he said, he gave them an ambiguous blessing. He said, stay here. Stay as you are right now. Unable to understand his words, the prisoners felt greatly morose, and they looked down in disappointment. explained the meaning of his mysterious blessing. He said, "You have not understood my blessing, and thus you are unhappy. I have blessed you all with an auspicious smile. Do not consider it otherwise and feel sad. Carefully try now to understand as I explain. Presently, your minds are fixed on Krishna. Let them stay that way forever. If you get free from prison life and you again indulge in sense enjoyment, then as a result of associating with wicked people, you will forget Krishna. I do not mean that you should remain suffering within this prison, but in your present condition, you have the opportunity to constantly chant the holy names of the Lord. Vaishnavas always bless others with these words. May your devotion to the Supreme Lord become fixed. I consider this the greatest mercy towards the living beings. I have a friend. He is. Have no fear, he said. I consider this the greatest mercy towards the living beings. Have no fear. Your prison life will soon be over. But never give up your determination for serving the Supreme Lord in all circumstances. Here in prison, they were very uncomfortable, very unhappy, threatened and miserable. But Haridas said, here in prison, you have no envy or trouble from others. You can humbly chant and think of Krishna. Otherwise, if you again return to material enjoyment by bad association, you will forget everything about Krishna. In conclusion, the nature of material enjoyment is that it makes the nature of material enjoyment is that it makes one repeat the same mistake over and over again. Did you hear that? I'll repeat that. The nature of material enjoyment is that it makes one repeat the same mistake over and over and over again. May you all have firm devotion to Krishna. And don't worry, within 2 or 3 days, you will all be freed. offering the prisoners his very best wishes, Haridas proceeded before the magistrate. When the magistrate saw Haridas's brilliant effulgence, he respectfully offered him a seat and personally inquired. He said, "My dear brother, by good fortune you have been born a Muslim. So why do you follow the religious practices of the Hindus? We don't even eat rice that's been touched by the shadow of a Hindu. So why are you degrading yourself like this? You have been born into a high family, and you have transgressed your caste and religion to follow the religion of others. How will you attain salvation? Whatever sinful activities you have unknowingly performed can be cleared by uttering kalma. Haridas simply laughed. Hearing the words of the materially conditioned Mohammedan ruler, he thought to himself, such statements befit a person who is bewildered by the illusory energy of Lord Vishnu. And then he very sweetly replied to the magistrate. He said, the Supreme Lord is the Supreme Lord of all, is one without a second. One without a second. Both Hindus and Muslims differentiate the Lord by giving him names only. But in truth, the Lord is one, and he sits in the heart of everyone, even our moth. He sits in the heart of everyone and induces them to act in a particular way. And everyone acts accordingly. Following the whims of their minds, the people act according to the inspiration that they have received from the one undivided, eternally pure Lord. He is directing all of them. And therefore, I am also acting only under the inspiration of that Supreme Lord. And according to that inspiration that he has given me, I am following. The magistrate, he was somewhat satisfied by this answer, but the sinful Qazi was not. So he started to instigate, and he said, punish him, punish him. This miscreant, he will create other miscreants like himself. And he will bring a bad name to the Muslim community. Therefore, punish him in an exemplary way. He should be made to personally repent and beg forgiveness for his actions. And only then can he be excused. The Muslim ruler replied, asking Haridas, "Oh brother, just recite the confession from the Quran and you'll have nothing to worry about." But Haridas fearlessly replied. He said, "Whatever the Supreme Lord wills, that alone will happen. Apart from that, no one can do anything. Even if my body is cut into little pieces and I give up my life, I will never give up the chanting of the Lord's names." After hearing this statement, the magistrate asked the Qazi, "What do you want to do with him?" And the Qazi replied, he said, "He should be beaten in all the 22 marketplaces of this town." And then he called the guards and he sternly ordered them, "Beat him. Beat him in such a way that he will die. If a Muslim follows the Hindu religion, he should be killed. And then only will he be delivered from sin." Instigated by the words of the sinful Qazi, the magistrate gave his order and the guards arrested Haridas. They took him from market to market and they mercilessly beat him there. All the while, Haridas simply remembered the name of Krishna and he felt no pain. He felt no pain. They beat him and beat him and beat him and he felt no pain. The pious people of Fulia, however, the pious people were horrified to see this scene. Some of them openly declared, "By oppressing Vaishnavas like this, great inauspiciousness will fall upon this kingdom." Others mentally cursed the Muslim rulers, and others fell down at the feet of the Muslim guards and begged their mercy to spare his life. And some even tried to stop them beating him by bribes. The sinful guards, however, showed no mercy, and they continued to angrily whip Haridas and then drag his body from marketplace to marketplace. By the mercy of Krishna, Haridas felt no pain whatsoever. In spite of such heavy beatings, by Rakshasas. And this is very important. What to speak of Prahlad or Haridas himself, even one who remembers his activities is immediately relieved from all material miseries. This is the promise of Haridas Thakur, that if you remember how Haridas was so cruelly treated and yet he remained fearless, if you can remember that in a difficult time, you will also perceive the protection of Krishna. Rather than experiencing pain, Haridas felt very, very sorry for these sinful guards who were beating him. He continuously prayed, "Oh Krishna, be merciful to these men and forgive them for torturing me." The beatings continued throughout all 22 marketplaces. And Haridas was not at all disturbed. But the guards were horrified to see this. They thought, how can any human being survive such a beating? If we beat a man in 1 or 2 marketplaces, they die. But we've severely beaten this man in all 22 marketplaces. And not only has he not died, we see that he's smiling. And then they said, Haridas, such is our fate that we will be killed because of you. Our masters will kill us out of anger. We've beaten you so much and you are still alive. Because of this, the Qazi will kill us. Haridas smiled. He said, if my remaining alive creates difficulty for you, then I'll give up my life immediately. Saying this, Haridas entered into a deep meditation on Krishna, and he suddenly became motionless. His breathing stopped. Seeing this, the Muslim guards dragged his lifeless body before the magistrate, who said, "Bury him." But the Qazi, he disagreed. He said, he was born in a good Muslim family, but he engaged in degraded Hindu practices. He does not deserve a higher destination. Just throw his body in the Ganges instead, and he will suffer forever. Following the Qazi's instructions, the guards took Haridas's body and they threw it into the Ganges. However, as they were about to throw his body, Haridas became immovable. You see, in his ecstatic meditation, Lord Vishvambar entered into his body. Now, who had the power to move Haridas's body? He had become the abode of Lord Vishvambar. Haridas remained absorbed in an ocean of love for Krishna, and he had no external perception. He did not even know it's you again. He did not even know if he was in the sky or on the land or in the water of the Ganges. This is not at all astonishing actually, because Haridas had Lord Gauranga constantly in his heart. Then they threw his body into the Ganges, and he floated peacefully for a little while, and then he regained his external consciousness, and by the will of the Lord he came to shore, and he wandered back to Fulia, loudly chanting the names of Krishna. Seeing the extraordinary potency of Haridas, the Muslims' minds were all changed, and they forgot their envy. They all considered Haridas now to be an extraordinarily powerful saint. They all considered Haridas to be an extraordinarily powerful saint, and they offered their respects to him. Sometime later, Haridas met the ruler and the Qazi, and with great awe and reverence, they folded their hands like this to Haridas, and they said, "Now for sure we know that you are a powerful saint, for you are firmly fixed and firmly convinced that the Supreme Lord is one. All these so-called yogis and scholars, they speak so many big words, but you have actually attained perfection. You, Haridas, are equal to everyone, both friend and enemy. But there is nobody, listen to this, you are equal to everyone, friend and enemy. But there is nobody in the three worlds, nobody in the three worlds who can understand you. You are now free to go wherever you wish. You can live in a cave or on the bank of the Ganges. We are most sinful. So please forgive our offenses and mercifully glance upon us. By seeing the example of Haridas Thakur's forgiveness and tolerance, those who were previously envious of him and angrily arrested him in order to severely punish him, now accepted Haridas as a worshipable, great personality sent by God. Not only that, having been purified by the fire of repentance, they had begged forgiveness at Haridas's lotus feet. Haridas Thakur accepted the beating of the Muslims in order to teach the world. Otherwise, since he was personally protected by Govinda, how could anyone harm him? What to speak of Haridas? Even one who remembers him is also immediately relieved of all material miseries. So this beautiful pastime, it teaches us something about the glories of great exalted Vaishnavas who are firm and fully realized in their chanting. But it also gives us a great challenge. It also gives us a great deal of encouragement in our chanting, because the benediction that is given of hearing about Haridas Thakur extends to every one of us and everyone else in the world. In fact, even this little creature here has come and actually been able to attend to the hearing of the glories of Haridas Thakur and the chanting of the holy names. So thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Jai Jai Prabhupada. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. What a wonderful day. Hare Krishna. And it's not over yet. All the energetic want to go on all night long, and I think it's a good idea. But some of us have to be ready for tomorrow, for the rest of the amazing presentation. Because when we decided to do this treat, we had no idea that the first day was going to be near Jagattarini, and the second day was going to be an incredible festival celebrating the Panihati festival. So tomorrow we'll have more Katha and more Kirtan, and let it go on forever. But some of us have to save our voices a little bit, but not everyone. You can all use up your voices, but if I use up mine, and if Sri Radharaman uses up his, then we won't. And what to speak of Mataji, because she gets enthusiastic and she'll be out there dancing and dancing and dancing with all the other gopis. Okay, so what time does the program begin tomorrow? What time? 10:30 to 7 o'clock is Guru Puja. So 7:30 to 7:55 is a very short time. We have to break the fast, the Ekadasi Purana, and then 10:30 we'll begin Kirtan, and then and we'll continue from there. Same schedule after that for today. So will you all come tomorrow, or you're too busy? That's some indication for sure. Will you come, or are you too little and too tired? Will you come tomorrow? Okay, good. Okay, so I think Kirtan can continue, and some of us will have to retire. I'm not sure exactly what should be done right now, but it's clear that some of us will have to prepare for tomorrow's ecstatic event of the Panihati festival. Where Nityananda Prabhu gives so much mercy, it's very, very interesting. Okay, I don't want to say good night, but I'll say have a good night and see you very soon. Hare Krishna. Everyone make sure you're on time for everything. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare